Impact object on series of curved vanes. Series of flat vanes, flat vanes completed and curved vanes completed. Now series. The vanes that are mounted on a wheel, that is called as series of curved vanes. How can you solve this problem? There may be derivation. Force exerted by jet of water on series of flat vanes. Force exerted by jet of water on series of flat vanes. In actual practice, there may be a large number of plates are mounted on the circumference of the wheel fixed at a distance. Look at here. V velocity, U is the velocity of a plate. Now whenever it strikes the plate, the wheel gets rotated. Now whenever the striking the plate is completed, next plate comes to the velocity until n blades has been struck by. Now it has been moved with the velocity of angular velocity omega. The wheel goes on rotation. Nothing but it has been connected by turbine means connected by a generator means it generates electricity. V1 is the absolute velocity object at inlet, D diameter object, U velocity of vane, area object pi by 4 d square. Next, in case of mass of water coming out from the nozzle per second is always contact with plates. Whenever it is contact with plates, the mass of water striking per second on series of plates is equals to rho AV. Whenever there may be a single plate, it is rho A multiplied with VR. Now it consists of a series of plates means become as rho A multiplied with V. Now the jet strikes the plate with the velocity of V minus U. The jet is striking the velocity of V minus U. Final velocity is V minus U. After striking, the jet moves tangential to the plate and hence velocity component in the direction of motion of plate is equal to 0. The velocity component in the direction of motion of plate remains 0. That is, force exerted by jet in the direction of motion of plate is equals to Fx is equals to rho A V multiplied with initial velocity is V minus U and final velocity remains 0. Because the plate is gone. Whenever the plate is gone, next plate comes. Whenever next plate comes, the final velocity remains 0. Fx equal to rho AV multiplied with V minus U. Now work done per second by jet on series of vanes is equals to nothing but force into distance moved by plate per second. Nothing but force into velocity. W is equals to Fx, force into velocity. U is the velocity of series of vanes. Now from that we get as rho AV, Fx equal to rho AV into V minus U, rho AV into V minus U multiplied with U. Kinetic energy object acting per second is equals to another half mv square. Per second mass per second become as rho AV. Kinetic energy per second is equals to 0.5 rho AV into V square. We get 0.5 rho AV into V. The efficiency of wheel is equals to eta is equals to work done per second by kinetic energy per second. Eta is equals to rho AV into V minus U into U, nothing but work done per second divided by kinetic energy per second is this one. Now we get 2U minus of V minus U. Next, this is the efficiency. Now condition for maximum efficiency. What is the condition of maximum efficiency means? For a given velocity, the efficiency is maximum when the eta max is equals to eta divided by U is equals to 0. Now eta is equals to 2U multiplied with V minus U by V square. Now d by du of 2U V minus U into V square is equals to 0. By calculation, d by du of 2uv minus 2u square by v square is equals to 0. Taking inside. Now differentiation of 1 by v square is constant. Differentiation of 2uv is 2v. Differentiation of 2u square is 4u. Differentiation of 2u square is 4u. Now whenever it is 0, now 2v minus 4u is equals to 0. That means u is equals to v by 2. And now substitute v by 2 in this equation. In case substitute v by 2 in this equation, we get eta remains 50%. Why? Because u is equals to v by 2 means half of the velocity means it loses the energy of 50%. Next, force exerted by jet of water on series of radial curved vanes. Consider a series of curved vanes mounted on a beam as shown in the figure. Now, where R1 is the inner radius, R2 is the outer radius. Outlet radius, this is inner radius, inlet radius. This is the wheel. Number of vanes are mounted here. Consider the jet is striking with the velocity of v1. Now it has been moved with an angular velocity of u. Then tangential velocity of u makes an angle alpha. Now that is moved by joining those commands. Real velocity vr1, relative velocity vr2. Now it has been resolved into two components. That velocity is from absolute velocity to the flow velocity. That velocity is called real velocity. Now perpendicular component is called as perpendicular velocity is called as flow velocity. The direction of velocity of flow should be, this is Vf1. Next, similarly, whenever the plate is smooth, the relative velocity, the plate has been moved with the same relative velocity. That means Vr1 is equals to Vr2. It has been moved like this. That is Vr2. Now, whenever the blade has been moved like this, the wheel has been turned along this with an angular velocity. Whenever it has been moved with angular velocity, that velocity becomes, the tangential velocity becomes u2. u2 at radius r2. Whenever radius has been changes, u2 and u1 both are different. Now, by joining these two velocities, that becomes v2. By joining vr2 and u2, we get as v2. Again, we have to resolve into two components. Flow component, this is vf1, and this is vf2, and this is real component. Real component is from absolute velocity to the flow velocity. Absolute velocity to the flow velocity, that velocity is the real velocity. O is the center. Now this is about the same has been done in the curved vanes whenever the jet strikes at the tangentially. Same velocity triangles. Omega is the angular velocity of a wheel. Let omega is the angular velocity of a wheel. It has been with angular velocity. In order to find out u1, tangential velocity is equal to omega multiplied with r1. In order to find out at outlet, u2 is equal to omega multiplied with r2. Mass of water striking per second per series of vanes is equals to mass of water coming out from the nozzle per second. Mass of water coming out from the nozzle is rho a multiplied with v1. That is nothing but mass per second. Rho a multiplied with v1. A is the area of jet, v1 is the velocity of jet. Moment of water strike the vanes in the tangential per second is equals to mass of water striking per second multiplied with component of v1 in the tangential direction. Now, moment of water striking at inlet per second is equals to rho a v1. This is rho a v1 multiplied with v1. v1 is nothing but v1 cos alpha. From the triangle we get v1 cos alpha. Moment of water outlet per second is equals to rho a v1 multiplied with velocity component of v2 in the tangential direction. Now, moment of water striking at outlet per second is equals to rho a v1 multiplied with minus v2 multiplied with cos beta. This is v1 cos alpha, this is minus v2 cos beta. Now, moment of water outlet per second is equals to, now v2 cos beta can be written as, v2 cos beta can be written as vw2. v2 cos beta is nothing but a real component vw2. Okay. Now, angular momentum is equals to, angular momentum per second at inlet is equals to momentum at inlet multiplied with radius. Now nothing but angular momentum per second at inlet is equals to rho a v1 multiplied with vw1. Rho a v1 multiplied with vw1 is the momentum multiplied with radius, we get angular momentum. Momentum has been multiplied with radius, we get angular momentum. Next, angular momentum per second at outlet is equals to momentum at outlet multiplied with radius at outlet. Rho a v1 vw2 multiplied with r. Now, torque exerted by water on wheel is equals to T is equals to rate of change of angular momentum. T is equals to rate of change of angular momentum. Now, T is equals to rate of change of angular momentum means initial angular momentum per second minus final angular momentum per second. We know the angular momentum, just now we have derived the expression. T is equals to initial angular momentum is equals to rho a v1 multiplied with vw1 r1. And the final angular outlet angular momentum is minus of minus, this is minus rho a v1 multiplied with vw2 multiplied with r. We get this in the previous slide. Now both are positive, minus of minus become positive. Now work done per second is equals to torque multiplied with angular velocity. That is force multiplied with angular velocity here with the wheel means torque multiplied with angular velocity. Work done per second is equals to, this is the torque, angular velocity is omega. By taking omega inside, work done per second is equals to Vw1 R1 omega, Vw2 R2 omega. You know that omega into R1, omega into R1, omega into R2 is nothing but tangential velocity u1 and u2. Work done per second rho a v1, Vw1 u1 plus Vw2 u2. The above equation is valid. This is valid when beta is less than 90. Our angle should be acute. Our angle should be acute. The maybe beta less than 90. This is valid. Plus we get plus. When our beta is greater than 90. Now work done per second becomes rho a v1 in place of plus it get on minus. Same. Now in general we can write as plus or minus. Rho a v1 Vw1 u1 plus or minus of Vw2 u2. If discharge is radial, whenever the discharge is radial at outlet, beta is equals to 90. Now Vw2 is equals to 0. When Vw2 is equals to 0, what happens means work done per second is equals to rho a v1 Vw1 u2. Efficiency of curved vane is equals to eta is equals to work done per second by kinetic energy per second. Eta is equals to rho a v1 multiplied with Vw1 u1 plus or minus of Vw2 u2. Kinetic energy per second is mass 0.5 multiplied with mass per second half v1 square. Mass per second v1 square. Okay, mass per second can be written as eta is equals to denominator numerator no change rho a v1 Vw1 u1 plus or minus of Vw2 u2. This is mass per second. This is mass of water striking per second. 0.5 mass of water can be striking per second is rho a v1. Nothing but an continuity equation v1 square. Now by cancellation, by get eta is equals to 2 times. And now this is 1 by 2. By taking denominator become as 2. Now eta is equals to, by cancellation, rho a v1 cancel out. Now 2 into Vw1 u1 plus or minus Vw2 u2 divided by v1 square. It is an efficiency of radial curved vanes. This is the end of the slides. This is the end of efficiency of radial curved vanes, and problem, and the continuation should be problem on radial curved vanes. Next there may be a continuation of previous video. The continuation of previous video is problems on radial curved vanes. Now we discussed about the derivation of radial curved vanes. Now we are going to discuss about the problems on radial curved vanes. How can you do the problems on radial curved vanes means? Problem 1, maybe problem 2. A jet of water having velocity 30 meters per second strikes a series of radial curved vanes mounted on a wheel. The wheel has 200 rpm. The wheel has been rotated at 200 rpm. Now jet angle 20 degrees with tangent at inlet. That means theta is given as 20 degrees. Jet angle means alpha is given as 20 degrees and leaves with a velocity of 5 meters per second. Leaves with a velocity of 5 meters per second at 30 degrees to the inlet, to the tangent of the wheel at outlet. 130 degrees to the tangent of outlet at wheel. The diameters of the wheel is 1 meter, 0.5 meter. Find vane angles at inlet and outlet for radial outwards. For radially outwards, we have to find out vane angle at inlet and outlet. Third, next, work done. Next, efficiency of the system. Now, first we have to write down the given data. Velocity of V is given as 30 meter per second. Next, wheel velocity, wheel speed has been given as 200 rpm. Angular velocity omega is equals to 2 pi n divided by 60. We know that 2 pi n divided by 60. 2 pi n divided by 60. We get 20.94 radian per second. Next, angle of jet at inlet alpha is equals to 20 degrees. It is the given data. Next, outlet velocity of jet V2 is equals to 5 meters per second. Angle made at the outlet of the tangent is equals to wheel is equals to 130 degrees. Now beta is equals to, beta becomes 180 minus beta is given as 130. Now beta is 180 minus 130 become 50 degrees. Whenever beta is 50, we have to use the equation. Now outer radii of the wheel R1 is equals to 1 meter. Inner radii of wheel R2 is equals to 0.5 meter. Tangential velocity at inlet u1 is equal to omega multiplied with r1. Omega multiplied with r1. Omega is 20.94. R1 is 1 meter. We get 20.94 meter. Tangential velocity at outlet u2 is equal to omega multiplied with r2. Omega multiplied with r2. 10.47 meter per second. This is a diagram that has been concerned in the previous diagram. When you want to draw with the help of a diagram only, we have to solve the problem. When we know how to draw the velocity triangles, okay. Now with the help of triangles, I am finding out plane angle at inlet and outlet. From triangle ABD, from triangle ABD, from triangle ABD, tan alpha is equals to from triangle ADD, cos alpha is equals to VW1 divided by V1, VW1 divided by V1, VW1 divided by V1. From that, VW1 is equals to V1 cos alpha. That is equals to V1 is 30 cos 20. 30 cos 20, we get 28.919 meter per second. Next, same triangle ABD, from triangle ABD, VF1 is equals to VF1 sin alpha is equals to VF1, it is BD is nothing but VF1, VF1 divided by V1. From that, VF1 is equals to V1 sin alpha, that is 30 sin 20, 10.26 meter per second. Now, from triangle CBD, it is also right angle triangle. From that, I am writing tan theta is equals to VF1 divided by VW1 minus U1. Right, kada? Maybe we can write tan theta is equals to VF1 divided by VW1 minus U1. I am writing VF1 divided by VW1 minus U1. 10.26, 28.19 minus 10.47. We get 0.6. So we get theta is equals to 30.07 degree. Same triangle, from the same triangle we can write as VW2 is equals to V2 cos beta. From outlet triangle we can write as VW2 is equals to V2 cos beta. We get this value 5 into cos 50. From the triangle, outlet triangle, VF2 is equals to V2 sin theta. 5 into sin theta. That is 3.83 meter per second. From triangle EFH, tan phi is equals to, from triangle EFH, this is EFH, that is VF2 divided by U1 plus V2, VF1 divided by VF2 divided by U1 plus V2. This is a triangle. It is a triangle. From this triangle I am writing tan phi is equals to VF1 divided by this one. Tan phi is equals to opposite side by adjacent side. Now that VF2 divided by U2 plus VW2. VF2 is 3.83, U2 is 5.23, 3.21. That we get tan phi. Phi is equals to tan inverse of 0.43. Now tan 43 by calculation we get as 24.3 degrees. We get as 24.3 degree. Next, work done per second per water is equals to, on wheel is equals to, we know the equation, work done per second is equals to rho A V1 multiplied with VW1 U1 plus VW2 U2, where beta is acute. Now beta is 50 degrees, beta is acute, we have to use plus. Next, work done per second per unit weight of water cycling per second is equals to, you know the equation, 1 by G multiplied with VW1 U1 plus VW2 U2. Now 1 by G VW1 U1 VW1 plus VW2 multiplied with U. Now U both remain same. U1 U2 are both remain same. U. 1 by G VW1 plus VW2 into U. Now 1 by G, G is 9.81, VW1 is 11.41 and VW2 is 1.41 multiplied with 5. We get 6.537 newtons. Now we get 1 by G is efficiency of jet is equals to eta. You have to find out the efficiency also. The formula is already derived, the formula 2W1 U1 plus 2W1 U1 plus VW2 U2 divided by V1 square. That is 2, always VW1 is 28.19, get the previous slide is there, U1 10.7 is there, VW2 that 3.214, U2 is 5.23, now V1 is that. Now by calculation, internal calculation, we get as eta is equals to 0.1963. Efficiency is always percentage multiplied with. That is about radial curved veins, derivation of radial curved veins, velocity triangles of radial curved veins, and also the problem on radial curved veins.